Hello everyone. Um, so every day software teams runs thousands of CI/CD pipelines. Research shows that these pipelines emit between 150 and 995 tons of CO2 annually. Yet developers have zero visibility into their carbon footprint. The Green Software Foundation created three industry standards to measure and reduce software carbon, namely SCI, the Carbon Aware SDK, and the Impact Framework. But no GitLab tool applies them automatically until now. GreenPipe is a GitLab Duo agent that brings all three GSF standards into every CI/CD pipeline, which not only just measures but also classifies and acts autonomously. So now the screen that you're seeing is the GreenPipe API, which is live deployed on the Railway app, and I have the documentation as displayed here. So we'll run a few queries and see the demo live. Uh, I'll run the API pipeline analyze. I have the basic request body ready with a commit message and the two pipelines that we want to run, build and test. So let's analyze the real pipeline. This is a two-job pipeline, a build step and a test step running on the GitLab's medium AMD 64 runners in the US East 1 region, as you can see. So if I execute it, the response body has three basic the response is broken down into everything using the GSF standards. So the first is the energy is the GSF energy the green pipe used impact framework Teads power curve. The build job drew uh, 76.38 watts and the test job consumed 0.11 kilowatt hours. So the total energy consumed was 0.11 kilowatt hours. Uh, the second is the carbon intensity, which GreenPipe queried, and the electricity maps API was used in real time. So the right now the US East one is at 426 grams of CO2 per kilowatt hour. That's a live grid data. And third, the SCI score, which you can see is 9.14 CO2e for this pipeline run. So the operational carbon were used was 7.4 grams. Embodied hardware was 1.73 grams. Every number is traceable back to the GSF standard. That's the power of GreenPipe. Again, as I said, GreenPipe is not just a analyzing tool, it's also a classification tool. So GreenPipe's NLP layer reads the commit messages and tries to identify what is the importance of, what is the urgency of running a pipeline. So let's say I have a commit message where there is a hot fix critical authentication bypass CVE. So this is a very good example of representation of today's React error that is going on everywhere. So if I execute this pipeline, this says that the green pipe has automatically detected it as an urgent fix, and its confidence is 80%. And it also gives you explanation why it does that. So it says the commit message contains urgency signals like hotfix critical, and that is the reason it classifies it as an urgent fix. I can also use a different commit message. Let's say I have a commit message where I'm updating a docs, updating a README, or like fixing a style. If I execute such an if I fix such code, then it says that the urgency class is deferrable with a confidence score of 75%. And so this is the intelligence that separates GreenPipe from a simple measuring tool. It knows what can wait and what needs to be done as an urgent fix. So GreenPipe doesn't just optimize when to run, but it also optimizes the where to run a particular pipeline. So that's where our another API endpoint called as the compare regions will come into picture. So it compares here. What I'm doing is I'll have basic request body setup where I have the four regions and I am comparing them. So when I hit execute, so the GreenPipe queried the all the four regions in parallel, and it says that each it shows you the exact grid window of each and what is the carbon current intensity or carbon intensity at that particular location, and it tells you also gives you a summary of what exactly is better. So it says that US West 1 is 76% greener than Europe West 1, and US West 1 is 80% greener than US East 1. So US West 1 is 91% greener than Asia Southeast 1. So these are this is how the summary is, and it says that the greenest region is US West 1. So uh, this is how the Pareto summary says it all. US West 1 is the best, is like it compares all the four regions and it says the greenest is US West 1. And, and if your runners can flex across regions, that's an 85% um, uh, carbon reduction for free just by choosing the right location. After that, GreenPipe integrates the Anthropic's Claude to profile merge request diffs for energy wasting code patterns. So developers trigger this with the GreenPipe optimize in any merge request commit. So we have that set up here. We have two webhooks set up here, and they can also analyze by posting a diff here. So if let's say if the diff text of the code has been is added here and execute is clicked, Claude analyze this. I will analyze the Python functions and identify the energy efficiency patterns. For example, there may be a case where the classic n+1 query, or it's a just eager loading with joint load, which could reduce database energy by 10 to 30%. So this is a hybrid AI approach, a lightweight NLP classifies, which is used for urgency routing, and a Claude is used for deep code level green software analysis. GreenPipe is transparent about every standard it implements. So the carbon aware the carbon aware SDK, and the impact framework Teads curve, all three applied automatically to every pipeline. So it tells you exactly the exact carbon scores. It tells you what are the values, what are the SCI scores. It also shows you the standards. So on running that, it will show you exactly what is the carbon SCI, what is the role being used, what the carbon aware SDK, what version it is being used, where it is being deployed. It gives you every single detail of the global standards that we are using in GreenPipe. So finally, the GreenPipe gamifies sustainability with a contributor leaderboard. Every developer has average SCI score, deferred pipelines, and total CO2e saved are tracked and ranked. So on executing them, currently, there are no entries in the database, no pipelines run record, but it will show you the exact leaderboard of every single people that are being used that are using the software. So GreenPipe, other than that, we have done a complete testing where GreenPipe runs 299 tests, passing every single test. There are 6 agent tools, 11 mention commands, security hardened, and real-time carbon data from the electricity maps API built entirely on the Green Software Foundation standards. Today, we saw a pipeline in US East 1, which is emitting 9.4 grams of CO2, but switching to US West 1, which will be 91% less carbon. By deferring documentation builds to cleaner grid windows, even more saving can be done. And by profiling code via a Claude and Anthropic's Claude and reducing energy waste at the source is something that GreenPipes helps with. So GreenPipe is the first GitLab Duo agent where every pipeline run is a step